Hi. I don't know whether I picked a good time for recording or not here. I just had the first video that little Kismet actually misbehaved so much chasing the cat around that I had to stop and go put him in his crate, little imp. And now she's up here, so let's see if she'll let me record. This is from 10/26 of 2010. The first one of that day, the Mayan day, was 10 Read, and it's in the Waking Up series, Welcoming the Change. It's called Introducing the Awakening. Maxwell, I think it's Igan, I-G-A-N. Taking Our Power Back. What a blessed day it is. I don't remember sleeping much last night. I lay awake quite a long time listening to my audio book of Autobiography of a Yogi. It's quite a long book. It was still playing when I awoke. You know something's different when the words of your morning prayers come out changed. Living this way from the heart is so amazing. In a way, it's like you're the last one to know what's going on. But it's such a wonderful ride, you wouldn't change a thing. How different one only knows or discovers in the living, in the ongoing flow of the now. If one is watching, closely observing, it will show up. And when it does, one only has the what of it, not the why or the how. These aren't usually revealed, at least not at this stage of the game for me. And I don't miss them either. They will come when they do, and that is sufficient. Excuse me, I've got kitty cat hair, and it bothers me sometimes. They will come when they do. The why and the how, and that is sufficient. Can you see, can you sense the peace in that? Can you identify with it? You find it in your heart there too, this lack of curiosity? It's a mark of the heart, not the head, and a very clear one, easy to spot. If it seems strange to you, just know that there is a space, let's even say it's a chapel in your heart where this peace also resides. What is true for one, in this sense, is true for all. I am still at least partly in the state from which I wrote the journal on just being eyes, just looking, nothing else. There is an observingness that perceives, and that is all. I never did, nor probably ever shall, find any cares that arouse it. It doesn't take words of description well either. They don't quite work. I will say that I know Mooji talks often of and from this space. Please note, though, that each of us must find this in his or her own heart. Mooji's attainment will not do for us, nor will mine do for you. Each one must find their own way into this space. Words don't transfer it at all. They are just mental things. They speak only about things. They are not the experience which awaits there for each one in the midst of your own heart. Can you pick out the activity of the mind from that of the heart yet? I'm sure you can when you're paying attention, not lost in the flow of exterior things, lost in the mind. See yourself as a yogi, as a yogini, as a masterful one. That is what you are in truth, not this external thing, this body you've identified with. That's a disguise. And there's programming too, throw that off. Be alert for more and more subtle things, ways the mind has of minimizing the real you. From your perch in the heart, you will be shown these things. You only need to remain alert and observant, that is all. And put no effort into this. Let it be your joy flow. Since ancient times, we've been taught to be slaves, to be obedient, and to work. That's where the work concept comes from. It is nothing of divinity. God doesn't work. God just is. All just flows. So too for you. As above, so below. All the ancient knowledge is coming out these days. As we're coming out of the matrix, many things are being revealed. No more can they keep us in the dungeons of left brain thought. We're all breaking out, entering heart. We're waking up from the daze, from the hypnosis that we've been under so long. I have a very special video, about an hour long, I want to introduce to you. It's by a wonderful Aussie named Maxwell Igan. Maybe you know of him already. He's a new one to me, but I have his permission to upload his show called The Awakening, and I'm so proud to do so. He's got it right, got things down pat. Yet, he's not negative at all, and I just love that. Oh, kitty cat fur drives me nuts. Ah, that's one of the biggest things to be on the alert for. Not kitty cat fur, but any negativity at all. As you stay in heart for this, you'll know how to handle it, whether to simply turn away or whether it's something from down deep that requires you to just sit there and entertain it, to be with it a while. There are no pat answers to things. The all love and light crowd has gone astray a bit in this way, thinking that there's a pat answer for all negativity they encounter. Not all of them, but their answer of turning away from it is probably useful about half of the time, and maybe more. Yet, sometimes that negativity is important, is something they will go no farther along their path until they resolve. It simply won't go away by being ignored. Rather, it just sits there and grows larger in the dark like a mushroom while it waits for their readiness to process it. It gets larger out of love for them, seeking their attention, knowing they have to deal with it. So their life, in some ways, seems to get worse, but they're not reading the signals accurately. Often enough, just ignoring things only makes them get worse. Anyway, Maxwell's The Awakening is a rare show for me in that I can't find a single thing said in it with which I disagree, and that is so rare. I'm quite used to things being mixed blessings when viewed from the heart. That's pretty much the way of the world, or so I thought. And then I found Maxwell's video. Now, I haven't yet viewed anything else of his. He has over 6,000 videos on YouTube alone, and I can't speak for them. I am highly recommending The Awakening, though, as a valuable piece of media, one that can be shared with almost anyone. It doesn't get off into UFOs or reptilians or into that sort of thing. It doesn't need to in order to paint an accurate picture of true reality, of the illusion and the manipulation of that. It could have been accurate as hell, so to speak, but I wouldn't have liked it if it went overly negative about things and in its conclusions. But it doesn't. It's very positive overall, and I applaud him for that. And you can sense it, you can feel his energy in it too. He's okay. He is focused throughout on a very practical understanding and response to the way things are, or rather, to the way they appear to be. You will find some echoes of what David Icke teaches, along with much of what I say in his work. So many speakers are now echoing each other. It's kind of haunting in a way, because we don't get together, at least consciously, to formulate any message. It just flows. It's from the same source, and that would be hard. I know you'll enjoy the show. The link is both in the scribed transcript and in the description field of this video. Long time listening to my audio book of Autobiography of a Yogi. It's quite a long book. It was still playing when I awoke. You know something's different when the words of your morning prayers come out changed. Living this way from the heart. Hi. I don't know whether I picked a good time for recording or not here. I just had the first video that little Kismet actually misbehaved so much chasing the cat around that I had to stop and go putting the awakening. Maxwell, I think it's Igan, I-G-A-N. Taking our power back. What a blessed day it is. I don't remember sleeping much last night. I lay awake quite a long time in his crate, little imp. And now she's up here, so let's see if she'll let me record. This is from 10/26 of 2010. The first one of that day, the Mayan day, was 10 Read, and it's in the Waking Up series, Welcoming the Change. It's called Introduce It. It is so amazing. In a way, it's like you're the last one to know what's going on, but it's such a wonderful ride, you wouldn't change a thing. How different one only knows or discovers in the living, in the ongoing flow of the now.